Have you ever thought about running out of time? Have you ever thought, I am running out of time? There's something I have to do, or there's always a rush, always somewhere to be, something to do, someone to meet. Have you ever had that feeling that you are running out of time? Well, I'm going to tell you something. You are not running out of time. There's nowhere to go, no one to see, nothing to do. Time is our friend. Time allows you to be in a continuum. Without the passage of time, we don't get to learn nothing. Without the passage of time, we don't get to hone in to our abilities. This video is to introduce you to a friend of mine, Darius J Wright. The reason I want to talk about Darius for a little bit is because go to DariusJWright.com. WRIGHT, Wright. DariusJWright.com, and read Darius' mission statement. That's what I did. He speaks about outer body experiences, experiencing who we are always, but without the constraints of the body. So he teaches people a method, and you see it all over YouTube. There's a lot of people teaching it, pick your poison, but go see DariusJWright.com. My testimonials there. He don't know I'm doing this. If he finds out, great. Something happened in my life way before I came out of my body. I decided to make my life count, and I had a heart of service from the time I was a little kid, but I never knew where to do that. I didn't had an outlet to do that. And there is not one individual on earth or on all creation that is like you. Nobody kissed the same lips you had. Nobody has stepped on the same ground that you have. Even the people that were born in your household took different steps to go to different places. That makes you unique. That makes me unique. And there's this spirit in our society that wants to put us all in the same box. It starts from your household to your religion to school system, the workforce, the way we eat. Everything is designed to keep you on a little box, and you got to fit in there. You don't understand how many times I stopped being myself for every other reason. I embraced myself. And that's a day-to-day process. Because the person that you are today, you are supposed to not be that same person tomorrow. I'm supposed to learn a new skill set every day. I'm not talking about mastering a craft. I'm talking about their life present us with opportunities to utilize the brain as a creative machine and not a responsive machine. So what happened when you come out of the body is that you realize that you are that same person that you are right now. Like people that never been out the body, that don't remember that they have been out the body, because we all been out of the body and back into a body, but we came from somewhere. This vessel that is you is not empty. It's not just your thoughts and your body. No, there's a thinker. The thinker, the person that is right now processing this information, it's you. And we have believed other things that is not us. We have believed that we are this, that you are Hector, that you are Darius, that you're Joe, Schmo, Billy. Yeah, that's the name that your mom and dad gave you, but who is inside me, and why do I feel that I have to be doing something, going somewhere, having something? Because along the way, someone lied to you. Not one person, all of it. It's been the Bible say that when you know the truth, is like scales falling off your eyes. You cannot unsee what you see. And we have focused on something that is not. I did it, I do it. We all do it. But this is a calling for you to start seeing deeper than what's around you. You close your eyes long enough, and you breathe long enough, something's gonna happen. So I don't know what it's gonna be for you. I don't know what's gonna be for anybody else. I know what happens within me when I close my eyes long enough and I listen to my interior long enough, and then I let it to quiet long enough. I don't know. I'm no yogi, no Jesus Christ that used to go and meditate on its own for 40 days in the desert fasting. You name it. The bunch of people, even you have probably better abilities to meditate than me. I'm not talking about meditation. I am, but you quiet your mind long enough, calling you, humanity, whoever's watching, to wake up from your slumber and the lies. Entertainment. Entertainment, the root word is three sections of that word. Entertain and ment. Ment means the mind in Latin. Tain means to go under the control of, and enter is the going in. So tain, look it up. Look the root word of entertainment. To enter the mind into a place of control. They doing it to all of us through the food we eat, through the things that they push down our throats from the time we're little, because your dad and your mom were already under that spell because of what we say. Why you think it's called spelling? Because the things that we say out of our mouth cast a spell on your life. We are over 70% water. Water is known to carry information. It's a great conductor of energy, right? It's life. That water can be programmed. So you are programmed. You have been programmed into this. And that's fine. That's part of the story. But the other part of the story is why am I here for? That's what I want to dedicate the rest of my life. And I've been doing it on the down low, but it's time for me to, I'm tired of letting time dictate what I do or not do. Because I thought that I needed to, by a certain time, have done this, and then I'll be able to do what I'm here to do. Always a self-imposed limitation into getting to do what I came here to do. So I write music. Now I'm writing music. So I love bringing people from confusion into clarity. That's why I'm doing this. But I don't have all the tools. So that's the reason I'm sending you to my friend. I have experienced what life is outside of the body multiple times. Go to his YouTube channel, Darius J Wright, or you can see Hector's testimonial. So you listen as I'm telling that story about one of my experiences. That's just one. There's been many more that I might never share. They're just mine. But when you realize that nothing on this earth is as important as you think it is, then you start walking for the purpose that you came here to do. Once you realize, and the first step to that is looking at the viewer, you. looking at you insightfully. Insight is to know the reality of things. You have insight when you know what the reality of things are for you, because your reality is yours. It's not no one else's. So when you look at yourself and you accept that individual, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It took me to get to my 40s to accept all the awesomeness that I am. I hope that this message find you lost like I've been. But you know what? I'm not lost anymore. I'm just not home. I'm in a place that is beautiful. Like I'm in a golf course right now in North Carolina by the beach. It's perfect weather. It's a little chilly, but it's just so pleasant with the sun. This earth is gorgeous. If you walk, I don't care if you're in the hood, wherever you are at, you can walk outside and watch nature. Watch nature and get your answers from it. Everything is there. You want to know how to raise your kids? Watch animals. Look at animals raise their kids. Like, we have it wrong. An animal show its babies how to do things. So if you're telling your kids do this and do that and do that, but you're not doing it, you're not watching nature. The elephant, the mom elephant, the one that runs the crew, she takes off for miles and miles, and she knows where the water's at, and the whole family follows her. We need to, at some point, stop lying to ourselves. At some point, you're gonna have to drop the mask. You either gonna do it voluntarily, or when you leave this body, you'll see that there's no mask to have. Your whole life will be presented to you, and you'll have access to every thought, every decision, because all this stuff, you leave it behind. What you take with you is who you become in the process. I'm telling you, because I've been out. I'm not bullshitting. This is my own experience that I'm trying to share with you, and you can do it. The importance of at least thinking about that is that it's gonna open your eyes to the reality of things, and you will never unsee what's happening on Earth. On Earth right now, there's a cloud. There's a cloud that keeps us from seeing who we truly are, and that cloud is thick. It's very thick, because we're in a moment in time where a lot of things have to change, because creation was an experiment. This place is an experiment for all of us to experience that which we are not. You are not. For example, just watch my interview. But for example, when you get out, like, you think of something, and it's there. Like, there's no gap between knowledge and you. You are the knowledge. There's no gap between you and love. You don't have to make decisions to love in that place. You are love. But here, there are decisions that need to be made by you to love you and others. And that's what matters. That's why you come here naked. And that's why you don't bring nothing with you. So that you pick up stuff along the way and then learn the process of letting them go. That's why sometimes we're set on doing something, set on doing something, but because it is not what you came to do, the universe don't work with you. God, you there praying. God is like, that's not what I can see at all. Like, why you praying so much for me to change what is? No, accept what is, learn from it, learn how that changes my next step, or how is that solidify my next step, or I might need to take a different direction altogether. But time is going to help in that process. Without the time needed to be here, you don't get to grow in skill. Living is a skill. It takes skill to live. You know, it really does take a little skill to live. Like, and the thing is that whenever you think you got it mastered, whenever you think, okay, I got it, no, another challenge comes so that you have to rearrange how you live. And that's what it's all about. Every step that you take is part of the experiment of experiencing. And you're going to realize that the more I move towards that north of love, the more I continue to move my own way towards that foundation of it all, which is love. I don't know how to put it into words, but the word we use on earth is LOVEAMOR, amor in Spanish. So 2 languages I know. Ti amo in Italian, whatever, Amor is, love is it. Check out my friend Darius J Wright. It'll help you find what you came to do. That was just one piece of the puzzle. I have to do the work. I have to check myself. I have to realize that, oh, that's a lie. It happened to me this morning. I woke up and I was like, I felt a familiar feeling that I know is not the truth. I realized that it was part of what I had believed to be true, but it wasn't. And I'm like, oh, I thought about it. I'm like, nah. This is not who I am. This is one of the lies that I have led to believe. And instantly, boom, I changed it. Boom, let's go. Let me get on the cold shower. I'm taking a cold shower. Let me pop. And my day today is back to what I want to do every day, which is I want this light to shine. Your light inside has to come out. It could come out through the way you cook, through the way you talk to your kids, through the way you interact with your life. If it's meaningless right now, check yourself. If it's meaningful, check yourself again. If you got direction, check yourself, because you might be going in the wrong direction. If you got no direction, check yourself again. And the more you put the pieces together, the more you see which way you got to go. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I know something. I'm not going to deviate away from love for too far. I had opportunities to continue to deviate away from love, and I choose not to, because I now know that that is the only thing that matters. So why deviate from the one thing that matters? People tell me, you're not, like, I have people that know me and tell me, you know what, Hector, if you were a little more consistent doing this or doing that, you could be here or you could do that. And I listened to them, and I sat there and I said, what have I been consistent at doing? And it was an aha moment. I was like, I've been consistent at loving. I'm no Jesus. I'm nothing perfect. I got all the flaws in the world. You name it. I've been incarcerated. I suffered divorced. I suffered bankruptcy. I suffered homelessness. I suffered drug addiction. I suffered depression. I suffered poverty, extreme poverty in my mind. I was poor. Like, you name it. So I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but something that I always did and I continue to do is love. So do you. Just gotta realize that you've done it your whole life, because without love, all of us are nothing. The power, that the ether that they talk about, this dark matter that they don't know what it is, all that DNA that they don't know what it is, all that empty space in the atom is all empty space and a little bit of matter. The rest is nothing. It's just moving that matter, that little tiny bit moving within that atom. All that empty space that we don't get to see, that we don't know about, that is the source, and that is LOVE, love. If you're watching, you needed to watch this. I don't have all the answers, not even for my own life, because the answers come as we decide to live. It might be the wrong answer, but you gotta live with that decision. But if you decide to put love first, love for yourself, love for your creator, love for your neighbor, love for your pet, for your kid, are you against love? Nobody's against love. In one way or another, we can have all our differences, political, social, religious, socioeconomic, all the differences in the world. That is what humanity is deciding to focus, but not anymore. 2025 is the year where you take your path. You love truthfully, first yourself the way you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You love your neighbor, they're good, they're bad, they're ugly, they're boss, or you go a different route. And that route is painful. Pain is good. I just don't want to be in pain all the time. I'd rather, life is going to bring you enough pain. I don't want to give myself any more pain. I don't want to live in hatred. I don't want to live in insecurities. I don't want to live in depression anymore. I don't want to live drunk anymore. I don't want to live as a drug addict anymore. I don't want to live on the bridge anymore. I don't want to keep on breaking people's hearts and keep on abusing my children. I don't want that route. That all that route hurts you and hurt everybody else around. No. Out of them two choices that you have, out of them two paths that are in front of you, you get to pick. And I want you to pick love. Pick love, because what Earth is about to experience depends on you and I to move the times. We're all tired of this, but hang on a little longer. I decided to hang on a little longer. I tried to kill myself at 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I already was plotting to get out of here. I knew I wasn't home. And that's been my struggle my whole life. What am I doing? Why am I still here? But every time I've been on the edge, I always call out to God to help me. Never left me behind. So I'm here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Let's explore that together. That's what my life is about right now. About helping those around me first to find their way. And if I can in any way can help you with that, let's do it. Just watch Darius J Wright. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's awesome information, and it's true. It's true. Once we leave, we're the same. So make sure that your character is comfortable. Make sure that you're not in fear. Make sure that you're not in hatred. Forgive. When we don't forgive, we only holding that on our own heart. The other person that you hate, they don't even know how bad you hate them. So you're doing the damage to you when you choose not to love. If no one told you that they love you lately, I love you. So I love you. You could do it too. Sometimes it's not easy. A skill set that is worth attaining is worth putting the effort for it. And sometimes love is sacrificial. But once it becomes second nature, it's easy to make that trade-off. I love you. Stay up. Love yourself where you're at. And go check out my friend, DariusJWright.com.